Hi guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. Today we're going to be looking at the first gallery build that I've ever done. Okay, so as you can see, it's a double story. You can check us out on the gallery. I'll show you at the end the name of it so that you can download if you'd like. You can see the back there is just a pool. A very, very sad looking backyard. I don't think I put much effort into that back then. But yeah, soon we're going to be going inside and you can just see everything that I've done. So here's the front door. You can see I was struggling there with the walls to be put down and up. So when you walk into the front there, getting there eventually. When you walk in, you can see just your basics when you walk into a house, a carpet, a coat rack. And then you have the stairs there and you have some paintings. This stairs is actually the only stairs that leads to the upstairs. I'm not sure why I did it like that, but it's kind of inconvenient, especially if you're on a different side of the house. Against the wall there, we do have some shoes and a jacket hanger. So basically in real life, you would just walk in, take your shoes off and your jacket and hang it there. It would be easy to do it that way. So this is just basically, your normal entryway for any type of house. I think next we're going to be moving on to the lounge, if I'm not mistaken. It has basically just a red and white vibe going on. I love how I'm trying to get the camera angles, but it's just getting worse and worse the more I try. So just give me some grace on that part. So here is the lounge. Like I said earlier, red, white. We do have a bit of white and grey in the mat there. That wall at the back's a bit empty. I maybe could have put a photo there, but maybe because red's such a bright color, I probably thought rather leave it empty. But nothing too hectic going on here. So the bathroom just off the lounge here, it's supposed to be black and orange, but the amount of shades of orange or gold, it was just a bit odd. But it's just a basic toilet, a bath, a mirror, that little tall cabinet, I'm not sure what its name is on the actual build and buy mode. And then a shower in the corner with a sink and one mirror for some reason. Would have made sense to put a bigger one in or to put two in. But you can see like the shades don't match, especially like with the shower and like the mirror. It's just a bit odd, even the tiles don't match, so I'd have to minus a few points for myself there. And then next, when you walk through, it's basically opposite the lounge or next to, if you can call it that, we have you could call it like just like a little table there with a whole lot of books, a book on the wall. That thing costs so much. 620 simoleons, for who and for why? The LGBTQ plus flag. I just felt like I added a nice touch there. A vacuum, because the bigger houses. Clock. That random painting thing. I don't know why it's there even. In a dining room, but besides that. And then you also got the dining table. I see what I was going for with the chairs, but it doesn't work. Because like the two chairs and the rest of the chairs, it's so odd it doesn't like even match, but I understand what I wanted to do. So here we have some pet stuff. I'm sure I was probably creating dogs most of the time in Creator Sim. Never really cats, mostly dogs. Here you get the kitchen. It's just black concrete floor with that weird tile that looks like water, but I chose it in a white swatch rather. I don't even know what colors, if it's navy or if it's grey, the cabinets, or should I say the cupboards. I'm not sure. But it's quite a large kitchen though, if I do have to actually like admit to it. And I think the island's a nice touch, especially in a kitchen that's mad big. Like you don't want like a whole empty space, like that empty space there before the slider. I feel like maybe something could have gone there, but I'm not quite sure. We also have a bit of a spot to sit inside the kitchen there. And we have the mats in front of the sink. I remember I used to do that quite a bit. I had like that weird phase of doing it. And then next we're going to that room over there. This is the room in the downstairs. This room I quite like, mostly because firstly, purple, I think it just looks so nice in this room. The wallpaper, I haven't used that since this build, if I'm going to be completely honest. I might be mistaken, but I think it is like that. I think I made this build, or should I say this room in the build, with the intention of it being either a young adult or a teenager, because you can see you just have the basic bed, a mirror, you have your dresser, and you have a desk with a computer, or laptop, whichever you want to say. And that weird fish on the wall, I don't know why it's there. I don't know how he made the cat and got onto the wall. The desk by the window though, I think it's quite cool. I wouldn't mind doing that in real life. But yeah, just to distract yourself when you're looking and you're busy working. The bed also, in front of the window is cool, but in real life I'd be worried that someone would break in through the window, and I'm like sleeping just underneath all of this while it's happening. But that's just me being paranoid. So this room does have a bathroom off of it over there. I think I definitely should have added another door, because now you have to enter someone's room to get to this bathroom, which is not as great as it sounds. But it just has your normal basic, a sink, a toilet, a shower, and a bath. I think I maybe could have added the door by the basket there and the mirror. It's possible, but then maybe I should have deleted the door on the other side so everyone can access it. So now we're going to probably be going upstairs. So as you can see, we have the piano there in the corner. We have a nice red and white bar area going. Every house needs to have a bar. If I failed you guys and my build doesn't have a bar, just know it was a bad day for me. We have some bookshelves there with some paintings. Master bedroom. The beauty. If I could have this in real life, I'm complete. No, I'm joking. I need like I don't like big houses because all I can think about is the cleaning. I think the cabinet for the painting by the dining area should have been here. Would have made more sense because the easel is there, but nonetheless it is there. BB don't move objects to put those two ottomans together. Ottomans in front of a window, I think it's a nice touch. And I think all the light blues and, you know, a bit of beige here and there, I think it really works together in this build. As you can see, I also sectioned off there, so the desk area is basically like your own workspace. Doesn't feel like you're in your workplace when you go into your room. We have a little reading area there. There we have a door that leads to the balcony. There's two. This is the first one that leads to the balcony. Next we have a navy blue and yellow bathroom with no door or wall there, so you can enter just as is. I usually never use yellow, so it was quite of a weird step out for me. As I'm looking at this build, all I can think about is randomly when I came home last night, it just started like pouring with rain, like hail and all, and thunder, and I was like, why right now? Where is the second mirror, might I add there? Where did it go? Did it get eaten? Did someone just steal it? Because a master bedroom would usually have two sinks and two mirrors, but in any case, I don't know what I was thinking. The balcony. I really like the balcony, even though there's not a lot going on here. It's just a bench with some plants. But there's the second door that you use to enter the balcony, so everyone has access to it. This bathroom. No man. The shades of blue. There's light blue, there's dark blue, there's a purple looking blue. What was I doing? You know, this feels like jail time just looking at this room alone. But I think the size of it's quite nice though. If maybe I just made the stuff match a little bit and made everything a bit more cohesive, like color-wise in the blues, I think it could have looked a bit nicer. And I think also the cabinet, that long cabinet there with the sink in the middle and the mirror, I think is quite nice. I wouldn't mind having a bathroom like that in real life, but just match the colors. Okay, let's see. Next room, we've got a bit of shades of green now. Again, teenager, young adult, that's kind of the vibe we were going for here. I know once I played in this house, I changed quite a bit because I did in fact use every single room, so I had the two parents and the three kids. But I think also with this room it changed quite a bit because the kid was like athletic, so I started changing out stuff for like active stuff. Again, I used the divider there so the desk doesn't feel, you know, your workspace is like behind something. Because I know if I sit and then I look over across my room and I can see my desk, I immediately feel like irritated to be in my room. Because it still feels like I'm in a workplace. But I think that room was cool nonetheless. This weird spot here, I definitely could have been turned into a bathroom. Maybe just like a toilet and a sink. I don't have a lot of packs, so like currently I only have city living, cats and dogs get together, and obviously the free holiday celebration one, and the desert luxe one that just came out, the kit, and obviously base game, because how else? This room was quite big. For a toddler, it's mad big. I think I should have switched the purple and the pink room, but this room, besides that, it's beautiful. If I was a kid and this is my room, 7th heaven. I love how that light is just not even centered correctly with the room. It's just like placed. Like I was done with it. You can also see the kid probably likes animals, you know, because there's a lot of paw prints going all around the room. But I think the white and pink looks quite nice together. I'm looking at that passage. That passage looks so sad. Like just outside this room. There's not even a photo or anything on the wall. My word. I don't know why I was building like I was deprived. I always use mother load. But you can see in the bottom it's just like the infinity thing. But besides the point, I I think there's like one save I tried to play without any money, but it didn't last long. I need that mother load. The roof also, I think it's 11 pieces. It was mad. I was panicking because I hate doing landscaping and the roofing, because for me it never looks natural when I do it. Like, I tried my hardest. I think I spent like 3 hours on this build. I was literally just sitting in the lounge on the floor using the little coffee table, and I was like, yes, we're gonna do this. And I sat, I think every day I sat, so that must have been like 3 days or so. But I think the landscaping looks quite nice in the end. I think I did the best the best I could when I had that much experience of building. I think the shape of the build is also quite weird, but what I do like about the outside besides the landscaping is the black. You can see the black trim around the front there. To me it gives the vibe that it was like added after the house was built, so I think it looks quite nice, the black with also the white brick going against it there. Yeah, and you can also see we have this odd shaped pool, but I think for the weird shape of the house it kind of works. This poor backyard. A little bit of lounge chairs, a little seating, and a jungle gym. I think I gave up at that point once I got to the back. But I think the landscaping here is also quite cute. And also there, just as you exit either the kitchen or the lounge dining area, you know, you get some speakers, 2 benches. At the end there you have like a grilling thing. I don't know what the name is, I forgot already. And you have that couch from Cats and Dogs straight in the corner. But I think I did, you know, when I started, I think this was in 2020. For me, I give myself, you know, 8 points. I lost 2 on the backyard and maybe some of the placing of certain things. But there you can see the house from a bit of a, you know, further out view of it. But if you do want to download this lot, or build I should say, it is still on the gallery. I haven't taken it off. That's why I left it there, because, you know, it works for this video. It is my first build ever that I ever did for the gallery, so it's been up there since 2020 and I haven't let it go. So my name is obviously Quiana, and on the gallery it's my name and my surname. It's just quianaWest. Everything is lowercase besides the W, so you can type it in. You can see I have some builds going on there. That build I recently did, Forest, needs to middle finger, go home. I hated that build so much. But in any case, I have quite a few things. Normally it's a residential lot or it's a vet. That's usually what I do. Some of them shouldn't be up there still, but in any case, there you can see it's called Dream House. It's the most downloads. But it's also, I think it's because it's just cats and dogs and base game, so it gives more people the option to download it. But thank you for watching my first video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!